Alright, Reason now runs everywhere. It's a standalone DAW with its own sequencer, professional mixer, vocal correction tools, mastering workflows, and frankly, a time stretch that needs to be heard to be believed, it's so good. But Reason now runs everywhere else too. So if you've come to rely on Ableton Live's workflow for your music, you can still run the Reason rack in Ableton Live, just like you would in Reason Standalone, or Pro Tools, or Logic, or Cubase, or Studio One, or any other DAW. But let's get specific here and talk about the Reason Rack plugin in Ableton Live. Reason runs both as a VST plugin or an audio unit plugin in Live. That means if you're using Live 9 and earlier, the Reason Rack plugin will show up in your audio unit plugins. If you're using Live 10, you can access the VST3 format too. To do that, you'll want to make sure that you turn on the Use VST3 plugin system folders in Live's preferences, which, if you don't have any other VST3 plugins yet, might be off by default. There's two plugins you'll find under Reason Studios. We'll check them both out. The first one is called simply Reason Rack plugin, and that is for building playable Reason instruments and device chains on Live's MIDI tracks. If we create a MIDI track and drag the Reason Rack plugin onto it, we'll see a blank Reason Rack appear. We could do something as simple as dragging in a single instrument, like Radical Piano, and our instrument is ready to play. If I go back to the instruments, I can drag another one on top to replace it. And I could go to the effects and add devices below that, like some coloration vibe with Audiomatic Retro Transformer, or something to really twist and shape our sound like Synchronous. And just like that, we're making custom Reason Rack plugin instruments in Ableton Live. The Reason Rack doesn't only build instruments though. You can drag the Reason Rack plugin effect onto any audio track and build your own custom rack effects chains. Like we could drag the devices, which have been modeled after the SSL 9000K, to turn Live's mixer into a professional console with channel dynamics, EQ, and that legendary bus compressor. Or we can add any of Reason's other creative effect devices to our audio tracks too. There are so many more places we could go with this, and you should. Try out your own combinations. Get to know Reason's rack devices, because just when you're starting to think you've explored it all, a whole new sound sends you down a whole new set of ideas. And that's kind of the fun of the whole process.